Section 1. Listening Comprehension. Part A. Directions. In Part A, you will hear short conversations between two people. After each conversation, you will hear a question about the conversation. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Now we will begin Part A with the first conversation. Part A. Number 1.
Why did you get that kind of fruit?
I wouldn't have bought these cherries had I known that grapes were so cheap.
What does the man mean?
Number 2.
Were you upset by what Richard said to you?
I couldn't have been more infuriated.
What does the woman mean?
Number 3.
How is your boss feeling about his retirement?
Oh, he isn't too unhappy to be retiring.
What does the woman imply about her boss?
Number 4.
Why were you thanking Tom?
He lent me enough money to pay the rent.
What does the woman mean?
Number 5.
Do you know where Debbie is?
Her purse is still here, so she must still be in the apartment. What does the man say about Debbie?
Number 6.
How did Chuck look when you visited him in the hospital?
He's looked better.
What does the man mean?
Number 7.
Let me just get these last plates put away. Then I'll be ready to go.
So you did do the dishes.
What had the woman assumed?
Number 8.
What did the professor do in the first class? I missed it because I was late.
She outlined the course requirements.
What does the woman mean?
Number 9.
Help you find something?
Yes, thank you. I need to get a new rug.
What does the woman mean?
Number 10.
Why are you so late getting here?
Oh, I ran into my cousin Carl, and we stayed and talked for a while.
What does the woman mean?
Part B. Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear longer conversations. After each conversation, you will hear several questions. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Questions 11 through 14. Listen to a conversation between a man and a woman.
Have you ever thought about all the tons of garbage that's out in space circling the Earth?
Tons of garbage circling the Earth? What do you mean?
I saw a television program about it last night, and according to the program, there's about 3,000 tons of metal out there in space, traveling at speeds around 17,000 miles per hour.
Where did all this garbage come from?
Well, it comes from all those space missions that have gone up since 1957. Every time a rocket ship goes up into space, it leaves a lot behind, and this stuff goes into orbit around the Earth. Booster rockets, solar panels, remnants of satellites, and even nuclear reactors.
Isn't it dangerous to have all this stuff out there?
Some space scientists are worried about possible collisions between this orbiting junk and spaceships, particularly manned spacecrafts. However, so far there hasn't been any such accidents.
Well, I hope that they're going to do something about this, both for the sake of safety and for the sake of the environment.
Me too. I know that right now the problem is being studied by numerous scientists. Hopefully, they'll be able to find solutions before the problem gets too much worse.
Number 11. What are the man and woman discussing? Number 12. Where did the woman learn about this problem? Number 13. Approximately how much metal is in orbit in space? Number 14. What does the woman hope will happen? Part C. Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear several talks. After each talk, you will hear some questions. The talks and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Questions 15 through 18. Listen to a sociology professor talk to her class.
Before I start today's sociology lecture, I'd like to talk with you about the papers that you should be working on. As you know, the topic for the paper is the relationship between gun control and violence. The paper itself is due in 2 weeks, but I would like to see your outlines by Friday of this week so that I can be sure that you are on the right track with the assignment. You need to do some research for this paper, so you should be spending some time in the library. I would like you to have at least 3 books and at least 3 recent journal articles as sources. The paper should be 5 pages long. In addition to the 5 pages of composition, you should have a title page and a 1-page reference list of the sources that you used in preparing the paper.
Number 15. When does this talk probably take place? Number 16. When is the paper due? Number 17. What types of references should be used in writing the paper? Number 18. How many total pages should be in the paper, including the title page and the reference list?